Bonjour mes enfants. C'est votre uncle. Oui, c'est Uncle Dan, l'homme des disques. Yes, Uncle Dan, the Vinyl Man, back with another episode of Uncle Dan's Vintage Vinyl. And I have something for you today. Well, more of the unbearable cheapness of Uncle Dan, and then something else as well. I'm going to start by talking about the album we're going to do a little drop on. This is Michael Parks, Closing the Gap. Michael Parks was he became more famous, I think, on Walking Dead or something like that, something I didn't know him on, but I know him from long ago when he started. And then came Bronson, where he rode a Harley Sportster around various places. I think actually all in California, but rode a Harley Sportster around various towns and would show up and take care of some problem. A beautiful young woman would fall in love with him. He would have some sort of dalliance with her, then get on his motorcycle and run away right away. He released a few albums during that period. This is the one we had when I was a kid, Closing the Gap, and I really enjoyed it. It's a country album, and my friends Michael of Ricefield Records and Bobby of Spittin' the Truth pointed out, not a lot of people talk about country music in the vinyl community. Anyway, the very sparely recorded. Parks did not have a huge voice or anything. He could carry a tune, and but really, maybe because of the acting experience, he could also carry the tune, and he could also carry the song. We had this when I was a kid, and I really enjoyed it. I listened to it a ton, and I still do. I got this. I don't know what happened to the album we had. I got this a number of years ago. It's a cutout, but it was in great shape. It hadn't been opened when I got it. It had been cut out. It hadn't been opened. It hadn't been played. But like a lot of cutouts, the paper lining had deteriorated into it. So anyway, what I'm going to play, I'm going to drop the needle on a song, My Little Buckaroo, which he performs, let me find it here, performs with his mother. And you can see them there. And it's largely a cappella. It's very sweet. I forget, it was one of the country musicians, maybe Bob Wills, I can't remember, or maybe even Ernest Tubb. So one of the country musicians had a hit with it. Playing it on a Radio Shack BSR manufactured Lab 58 turntable, and I'll bring this over and show this to you. This is what it looks like. It's a changer, as you can see, 33, 45. It's really, to my mind, kind of a piece of junk. But it's, for one thing, the tone arm is pretty stiff. I have it set on 0 tracking force, and it manages it. I'm playing, though, with a Shure stylus on a Radio Shack Shure manufactured cartridge, which is on here, and a Shure 6X stylus, which is a pretty decent stylus, and I'm tracking at 1.25 grams, 1.25 grams. But yeah, kind of a junky turntable. I got it cheap. And it looks like it has a removable head shell, and you can remove it, but you got to take a screw out. It's a hassle. So hassle changing cartridges and all. Just kind of not real great. I'm running it into a Fisher 160T, which is a small receiver, about 12 watts or so per side, and into a couple of butchered Sansui, that back, a couple of butchered Sansui bookshelf speakers, SP10s. I bought them, didn't know they were butchered, but they had been butchered, but they still sound kind of okay, at least. Anyway, let's see what this kind of Frankenstein sounds like here. I'm going to do it all the way once.
Yeah. Okay.
This is just kind of sweet.
You start anytime you want.
Just start anytime you want, it says.
Close your sleepy eyes, my little buckaroo, while the light of the western skies is shining down on you. Don't you know it's time
This is great, I think.
Don't you realize,
Excuse me, I had to cough.
buckaroo, it was from a little acorn that the oak tree grew.
I hate to break in, but this is lovely.
Just remember that your dad was once a kid like you.
Completely authentic.
So go to sleep, my little buckaroo.
Now a little guitar.
Soon you're gonna ride the range like grown-up cowboys do.
You can hear they kind of messed up there, and that's great.
Now it's time that you were rounding up a dream or two. So go to sleep, my little buckaroo.
There you go. And I love that because it's just completely authentic. You know, guy and his mom there, and you know, performing a song that, you know, I don't know. Maybe she sang it to him when maybe she sang that to Michael Parks when he was young, when he was a little boy. I don't know, but it has that feeling, and it's just an incredibly sweet song. So, and a sweet performance. On this old junky turntable, I think I overpaid for it. I think I paid $40 for it, and the guy said it was working fine. And I've had to mess with it and lube up the tone arm to get it where it won't stick too much. And it's working now, but you know, not terribly happy with it. It wasn't worth $40. If you go out and find a Lab 58, I wouldn't suggest giving more than about $15 or $20 for it. Still, kind of fun. Uncle Dan the Vinyl Man saying, close your sleepy eyes, my little buckaroos. Au revoir, mes enfants, aussi. À bientôt.